I always thought the worst thing you could find on your partner's phone was a text to another guy. You know, the classic "I miss you" or "when can I see you" to some co-worker named Brad. I would give anything, literally anything, for that to be what I found. Instead, I found a draft in her notes app. It wasn't sent to anyone. It was dated 3 years ago, just 2 weeks after we met, and the name at the top of the note wasn't a secret lover. It was the name of my twin brother, who died 4 years ago. And the first line read, "I found him. He doesn't suspect a thing." Let me back up, so you guys understand the gravity of this. My name is Alex, I'm 31. My girlfriend, Chloe, is 29. We've been together for 3 incredible years. To understand us, you have to understand where I was before I met her. 4 years ago, I lost my twin brother, Leo. It wasn't just a loss, it was an amputation. We were identical. We did everything together. He died in a stupid freak car accident. Wrong place, wrong time. After he died, I went into a hole. I didn't date, I barely worked, I stopped talking to friends. I felt like half a person. I was convinced I was never going to be happy again. Then, about a year after the funeral, I met Chloe. It was one of those movie magic moments. I was at a bookstore, in the philosophy section, looking for something, anything, to make sense of grief. I reached for a book, and her hand reached for the same one. We bumped hands, laughed, started talking. She was perfect. She was empathetic. She was patient. When I told her about Leo, she didn't get awkward like most people do. She listened. She asked questions. She looked at photos of him and said, "He looks just like you, but you have kinder eyes." That line, it melted me. For the last 3 years, she has been my rock. She pulled me out of the depression. We moved in together last year. We've been talking about marriage. I actually have a tab open on my laptop right now for engagement rings. Or I did, until last night. We have this relationship that feels destined. Like the universe sent her to me as an apology for taking Leo. She gets me in a way nobody else ever has. She knows my quirks. She knows my history. But looking back, there were always little things. Weird coincidences. She knew my favourite childhood candy before I told her. She knew I was allergic to penicillin before I mentioned it. I always chalked it up to her being observant. Or maybe I mentioned it in my sleep. I never thought it was because she had studied me. The vibe shifted about a week ago. Tuesday was the 4th anniversary of Leo's death. Usually Chloe is super supportive on that day. She makes my favourite dinner. She lets me just sit in silence if I need to. But this year, she was anxious, jumpy. She kept pacing around the apartment. She wouldn't look me in the eye. When I brought up Leo, sharing a funny memory about him, she got pale and left the room. She said she had a migraine. I figured the grief was just getting to her too. Empathy overload, right? Fast forward to last night. Chloe was in the shower. I was sitting on the bed, just scrolling through Instagram. Her phone was on the nightstand, charging. Now, I want to be clear. I am not the jealous type. I don't snoop. But she had asked me earlier to send a photo of us from her phone to my mom, because my mom wanted it for a family calendar she's making. So, I picked up her phone. She doesn't have a passcode because she says she has nothing to hide. I unlocked it and went to her photos. I found the picture, sent it to myself. Innocent. Done. But as I was swiping out of the Photos app, my thumb slipped. I accidentally opened the Notes app instead of the home screen. You know how the Notes app shows you the most recently edited note at the top? Well, the top note was just a grocery list. Milk, eggs, spinach. But right below it, there was a pinned note. The title was just Mission Complete. It was dated October 14th, 3 years ago, the day we officially became a couple. My curiosity got the better of me. Mission Complete? It sounded like a video game thing. Chloe doesn't play video games. I tapped it. It wasn't a game. It was a letter. A letter she'd written to herself, or maybe to the universe, drafted 3 years ago, but never deleted. I sat on the edge of the bed, the shower running in the background, and I read the words that ended my life as I knew it. Here's what the note said. October 14th. To Leo, I did it. He asked me to be his girlfriend today. I said yes, obviously. It's so weird, Leo. Sitting across from him is like looking at a ghost. He has your face, he has your voice, but he isn't you. I almost threw up when he kissed me. Not because it was bad, but because for a split second, I pretended it was you. I know that's sick. I know I promised I would let you go. But I couldn't just vanish after the accident. I couldn't be the secret anymore. I needed to be close to the only thing left of you. He thinks we met by accident at the bookstore. He thinks I reached for that book by chance. He doesn't know I followed him there 3 days in a row, waiting for the right moment. I'm going to take care of him, Leo. I promise. I'll love him for both of us. It's the least I can do, since I'm the reason you were on that road that night. I froze. I stopped breathing. I read the last line again. I'm the reason you were on that road that night. And the part before. I couldn't be the secret anymore. My brain tried to reject the information. Leo didn't have a girlfriend when he died. He was single. He told me everything. We were twins. If he was seeing someone, I would have known. Unless she was someone he couldn't tell me about. The bathroom door opened. Steam billowed out. Chloe walked out, wrapped in a towel, drying her hair. She looked fresh, clean, innocent. She saw me. She saw the phone in my hand. She didn't even ask what I was doing. She just saw the look on my face, absolute horror, and she knew. She dropped the towel. She didn't even care that she was naked. She just stood there and whispered, "Alex." "Who are you?" I asked. My voice didn't sound like mine. It sounded like a stranger's. "Alex, please," she started, stepping toward me. "Don't," I said. "Don't come near me. Who are you? And what were you to Leo?" She crumbled. She sank to the floor, right there on the rug, and started sobbing. Not the cute, single tear crying, ugly, heaving sobbing. "I loved him," she choked out. "We were together for 8 months before the accident. He told me everything," I yelled. "He wouldn't hide a girlfriend from me." "He had to," she said, looking up at me, her eyes red. "Because I was married, Alex. I was his boss's wife." Boom. That was the missing piece. Leo had been working as a landscaper for this wealthy architect. Chloe was the architect's wife. "We were going to run away," she said, talking fast now, like she had been holding this breath for 4 years. "That night, the night of the accident, he was driving to pick me up. I had packed a bag. I called him and told him I got cold feet. I told him I couldn't leave my husband. He turned the car around to come convince me. That's when he got hit. I felt like I was going to vomit. So you..." "What?" I asked, shaking. "You stalked me. You hunted me down." "I needed to see him," she cried. "I went to the funeral, but I stayed in the back. I saw you, and it was like seeing him alive again. I became obsessed. I just wanted to be near you. I wanted to hear his voice again. I tracked you to the bookstore. I staged it. I just wanted to be friends, Alex. I swear. But then what?" I spat. "Then you decided to date his brother as a consolation prize. You're dating me because I'm a copy of him." "No," she screamed. "I fell in love with you. You're different. You're kinder. You're better. Alex, I love you for you." "Do you?" I asked. I stood up. Or do you love that when you close your eyes, you can pretend I'm him? That note. You said you almost threw up when I kissed you because you were pretending it was him. That was 3 years ago, she pleaded. I was grieving. I was messed up. It's not like that anymore. I don't believe you, I said. And that was the truth. I looked at her, this woman I wanted to marry, and I didn't see my girlfriend. I saw a woman who had used me as a grief puppet, a woman who had been sleeping next to me, looking at my face and seeing a dead man. I packed a bag. It took me 10 minutes. She sat on the floor the whole time, just watching me, shivering. She didn't try to stop me. I think she knew that once the truth was out, the spell was broken. I drove to a motel. I didn't call my friends because how do you even explain this? Hey guys, remember my perfect girlfriend? Turns out she was my dead brother's secret mistress, and she only dated me to keep his ghost alive. It sounds like a horror movie plot. That was last night. I haven't slept. She's been texting me non-stop. Huge paragraphs, telling me that our love is real, that she healed because of me, that she hasn't thought of Leo in that way for years. But I can't get past the lie. The foundation of us is a lie. The meet cute was a setup. The connection was manufactured. And the worst part? The absolute worst part is that I still love her. I want to go back. I want to unread that note. I want to go back to being the guy who thought he met his soulmate in a bookstore. But I can't. Because now, every time she looks at me, I'm going to wonder, is she looking at Alex? Or is she looking for Leo? I think I have to end it. I think I have to walk away from the love of my life, because I'm pretty sure I'm just the understudy for the love of her life. Thanks for listening.